We're live.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to week 3 of the Kyle and Not Kyle show. I'm Kyle.
Not Kyle.
And we're doing a little bit of a week 2 review. So
Garage style.
Yeah, garage style once again. As you can see, we finally did get the YouTube thing figured out. Technology is not smarter than me right now. So the first game we're going to recap is Cincinnati versus Baltimore. That was actually a really fun Thursday night game. I was able to watch most of it live. Bengals defense played a good game. I was very impressed with their defense.
Hold on, I got on my bandwagon.
Yeah, he's bandwagoner. I'm sticking with. I'm still loyal. We lost, but hey, we're gonna get this win Sunday night. Sorry, Matty P. Anyway, the Ravens offense in the first half, I was not very impressed with. They picked it up a little in the second half. But also, for me, that was because there were some Bengals injuries on defense later in the game that they really were able to exploit. It showed that drop-off on that defense is actually rather big for me.
Oh, yeah. It played out like I thought. They're basically mirror images of each other.
Right.
At any given time, you were going, Baltimore could come back and win.
Oh, yeah.
And at any given time, you're going, Cincinnati's going to put this away.
Yeah.
And next time when they play in Baltimore,
It's probably going to be the opposite. Yeah. What a game by AJ Green. 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah, he's good.
And he's always forgotten in the conversation of top tier wide receivers in the league. Everyone always overlooks him. You know, the first 3 out of both mouths are always Antonio Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, and Julio Jones.
Yeah. You can't.
I would put him.
You talk about how horrible his quarterback is.
Yeah.
That's why he's not in that. Look at the quarterbacks that the other 3 have.
Well, see, there's the issue, though. DeAndre Hopkins, until last year, he never had a good quarterback, but always put up 1,000 yards.
Yeah, but I don't think 2 or 3 years ago he was in the conversation with the top 3.
No, he was starting to come out as that. Honestly, I think last year was when people really were like, "Whoa, this kid can play ball." It's like, yeah, he's a good receiver. There were way too many flags.
Oh.
It's getting ridiculous. I mean, some of them were bad calls, like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And other of them were good calls due to sloppy play. I mean, there was some where, I mean, the guy, I will never get like, "Oh, I'm going to just grab your face mask and pull it." No, you're going low. Why are you reaching up high to bring him down? Wrap up around the knees. No, it was a classic AFC North game to me where, yeah, either team was going to come back or put it away.
Oh, it reminds me of, like you said, an AFC North game where the defenses are touted, but everybody puts up 24 on them.
Yeah.
It was a good game. It was from a football point of view. Yeah, it was a fun game to watch.
It was. It really was. That was a really enjoyable way to kick off week 2 for me. I was happy with it. You know, I just kept on thinking, it's the Bengals. They're going to do something at the end of this game. They're going to choke. They're going to let Baltimore get up on them, and they almost did. But I'm really impressed with Joe Mixon in his second year. He seems to be picking up that offense a lot more this year, and I think he hurt his hamstring. I think it was, but I'm actually kind of excited to see what he does the rest of the season. So I mean, they have to. To me, Cincinnati. So now Cincinnati is 2-0 in the division. They have the lead. I love it. And
seriously, 3 weeks ago, that's not what we were talking about.
3 weeks
ago.
Our
picks, I think I have them winning 6 games total.
Yeah. Neither of us had them doing much.
Baltimore winning 6 games.
Yeah, neither of us. Yeah, we both had them going like 6-8 or 8-6. One of the two.
I didn't have them 8-8. That's for sure.
But yeah. So Cincinnati has the lead with they're 2-0. Baltimore's 1-1. No, they're 2-0. No, they're 1-1. 1-1.
Number 2.
And then Cleveland and the Steelers are tied in 1-1.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
2 teams at the time.
Yeah. And that's just bizarre. Which I know a lot of former players have been coming out and speaking. There's one of them, obviously for me because I follow him and stuff, is Teddy Bruschi. He says professional football should never end in a tie. There should always be a winner and a loser. And I sort of agree with that.
Or that there should be a crap load of ties.
Yeah.
They got to have it one way or the other. Not like you go into the if it's the end of the fourth quarter and it's tied, that's the tie. That way everybody's got maybe 2 or 3 ties. So it equals out.
Yeah.
You got to play an extra quarter. Because here's the thing. There's always I think probably every weekend there's one or two teams that go into overtime.
Yeah. Probably.
That's all
I'd say
time.
that. Yeah.
If you're a player on that level, and then you've got to play, let's say through the course of the year, you play 4 overtime games.
Mhm.
That's
You've
whole
played a whole
nother
extra game. Yeah.
Yes.
What was it? Brady's played like a whole nother 2 seasons just in the postseason alone.
Yeah. It takes
It takes a toll.
and then do you count those stats? They do.
Yeah.
So you could be going, I want overtime. I want overtime.
I want overtime. Pad my stats. Make it look.
So
make it
they
look
make
better.
millions of dollars that way.
Yeah. No, that was like I said. At some point that will for me so far that is definitely one of the top games of the year just because it was fun.
Oh, really?
It was
Really?
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed watching that game. Like when I went back and watched it again, I didn't watch the condensed version like I normally do. I watched the full version.
Oh, the 3 hours.
Yeah, just because I enjoyed it, and I do like doing that sometimes or I'll mark like, oh, I caught a snippet of a conversation here, so I'll write down the time on the game clock, and then I'll go find that so I can listen to the whole conversation because sometimes those guys do have good points. So that was Thursday night game, Sunday night game.
Oh my gosh, the Sunday night game was almost unwatchable. It was so.
Oh, you mean the 2-play opening drive by Dallas for a touchdown?
Yeah. And then that's all they did.
Yeah.
That was that. Yeah. It wasn't a defensive game, but it was a defensive game.
It was a defensive game for the Cowboys.
No, yeah, but I mean, even the Giants' defense pretty much shut them down.
Yeah.
Going into the season, I would have not thought. Well, going into the season, knowing that Witten and Bryant were now no longer on the team, I thought okay, but I thought Ezekiel Elliott would have a bigger season.
Yeah,
but I think the loss of the center that they had is taking its toll. I
think so too.
I think that Dallas's defense is going to keep them it did in Carolina. Their defense did.
Yep.
Their defense did pretty good in Carolina.
Yeah.
Their defense.
They've got a good defensive line. Quick shout out, Taco Charlton had the best sack dance. That was the greatest sack dance I've ever seen. Serving up some tacos to his fellow defensive linemen.
And the thing that bothered me about the Giants is they can't seem to get out of their own way.
No.
I watched a couple plays where Hernandez and Solder, who they paid a tremendous amount for Solder, they bumped into each other. They knocked themselves out. And you're going, are you kidding? And it's not like one of them got shoved into the other one, which that when you're just going, okay, these are just giant bodies bumping into.
Yeah.
They just like Solder pulled to go in, and Hernandez didn't move fast enough, and they collided.
Yeah.
You're going, are you kidding me?
Yeah. You're professional NFL level.
Well, you
players.
expect
and
that
one
even
of
in
them's
high school.
One of them's an All-Pro. Solder was, I think, a couple years ago, he was an All-Pro.
And they just got completely outclassed.
Yeah.
It wasn't that Dallas was just running them over, shoving them into the backfield or anything else.
And this is something you and I touched on too. The Giants' offensive line, and it's kind of the same with Seattle too. They're not being out physical. They're being out schemed and out stunted. Out coached. The defensive line for the Cowboys was stunting on almost every time. Every time they got to Eli, it was because they were pulling a stunt. And
the fact that Eli is essentially a statue and can't move.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen him. I've gone, okay, because he came out with Rivers. Him and Rivers came out the same. Rivers is still mobile.
Yep.
Eli is not very mobile.
Yeah.
I think if he tried to run, like if he had an opening to run, I don't know if there's a nose tackle in the NFL that couldn't catch him.
Yeah.
It's
Vince Wilfork could catch him.
Well,
Dontari Poe could catch him.
There's a ton of them.
Yeah.
It's only second game of the season. I'm not like, oh my gosh, the Giants are good.
Yeah, it's not sky's not falling
but
yet.
The other thing is, I'm also thinking that division is far weaker than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it would be much tougher, but it seems to be weaker.
Yeah. No, I think the Giants defense the Cowboys defense, I think it's good. My question now, especially after Sunday night, is how good are they really? Did they look that good because they were playing against the Giants offensive line?
No, they looked that way against Carolina.
Yeah.
I think Carolina is one of those teams.
Carolina had like 4 or 5 offensive linemen get hurt in the preseason.
Yeah. But I mean, they're not they're not manhandling anybody, but they're swarm tackling and they're stunting like
that
crazy.
was one of the things I noticed. It was whoever had the ball, when he's getting up, there's 4 or 5 Cowboys around him. I mean, they were swarming to the ball.
Oh, and I think Barkley might end up by the end of the season with as many or more receptions in Beckham.
Yeah.
He hasn't been able to. You can tell just by how he runs. If he gets to that second level, he's going to tear off 20 yards.
Yeah.
It's not that they can't catch him, but you're
talking Barkley.
Yeah. You just go, he's going to get 20 yards. They're going to have to chase him down.
Yeah, because he picks up speed
so
as he gets
elusive. I watched him do a spin move. I'm like going, how did you do a reverse spin move?
Yeah.
He spun inside, not spun outside.
Yeah.
He spun inside and then got kind of jarred and then spun to the outside. I was going, that's like a Barry Sanders type ridiculous move where you go, how are you not down?
Right? No, if
he doesn't get hurt, I think.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm hearing people, he should be getting way more yards than he is. It's like we said, start the year. He is going from being the best player on the field at any given time all of last year to now he is going up against professional guys who have done this their whole lives.
And are as fast as he is.
And are as fast as he is. Yeah, like you said last week against Jacksonville. He was not expecting to get tackled. He's thinking, all right, hey, this is an old hat for me. I'm running to the end zone. Oh, I just got tackled. No, I'm still excited, but once again, it will bring into that question. I think it was Collinsworth alluded to this. The other team that shares their stadium, they went out and got themselves a quarterback. And he's looking pretty darn good.
Well, is he now? He's got 2 touchdowns and 4 picks. I think that comparison is would Darnold be playing now? Barkley's playing now.
I honestly think Darnold probably could have beat Eli in training camp.
No chance. There's just no way. I get the feeling that Eli – I don't know if he's going to retire at the end of this year, depending on what it is. But the fact
the way that line plays, he may retire midseason.
Well, but the fact that what's his name pulled him last year, just to let the other guy in, I think they went, okay, we're going to give you 2 years for what that happened because he now is not that streak was broken. Rivers now has the streak. Yeah, they came in at the same time. It's like, oh my gosh, why did you do that?
No, and like me, I hate the Giants. I can't stand them. I can't stand Eli. I felt I was upset for him.
Well, it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was unnecessary.
We're going to bring the other guy in. Bring the other guy in at the second half.
Yeah.
Every second half for the whole year. Just bring
exactly.
In the second half. Well, and that's
but someone did say Eli also said, look, we'll let you start, do the first series and put me. He said, no, I want to play the whole game. He said, fine, you're just not going to play. And that was wrong to me.
Not here anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that just
they need some work. They kind of remind me of the Keystone Cops. They were more in their way than, and that was the same way. It's not like Jacksonville put up 800 yards.
Yeah,
they had 5 field goals. I think it was.
Yeah,
they were just kicking field goals.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Dallas Giants. I did see one thing. It said, I want to know who looked at the week 2 schedule that had Pats, Jags. Steelers, Kansas City, and Houston
Carolina,
Titans, and Carolina, Atlanta, and decided Cowboys and Giants is the Sunday night game. That's the best game of the day. No, it's not.
It's all on the East Coast. NFC East gets the preference over everything.
Yeah, especially Giants.
Try being like a Chargers fan.
Right.
Remember when I was a kid, I was like, okay, when the moon is aligned with Saturn and my grandfather has drinking a Diet Coke, you can watch the Chargers game. It was like, but I got to watch a lot of Giants and Cowboys all the time. Eagles, something the Eagles.
Yeah.
And the stupid Redskins.
But yeah, so the Monday night game, Chicago versus Seattle.
I actually thought that was a pretty good game.
That was a good game. I enjoyed it.
I think Chicago now, as a whole team, is going, what are we?
Yeah.
We got all these offensive pieces, but the defense is the better unit.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Just by adding
that was
Mack.
blatantly obvious.
Yeah,
And Eddie Goldman, their defensive tackle, even said, "What has Khalil Mack coming to you guys?" And he's like, "It's made us all better." It's made
you
all
knew
of us
that
better.
you knew that was coming. You knew that when he was coming in, that it was going to be
Yeah.
immediate impact guy. And
Yeah.
nobody that they've played, I don't think have very much. You can get film on him, but they haven't experienced him.
Yeah.
Film is one thing. Experiencing him
Yeah.
is another.
Trubisky in the first quarter had like a 15-yard scramble. He looked faster than anyone on there. I mean, he was ducking. I mean, he looked awkward, but he was
Him and
ducking
Mahomes.
guys.
I'm telling you, I'm going. You guys are going to get hit, and you're going to snap.
Yeah.
Because they're both. Well,
Yeah.
I think Trubisky's taller than Mahomes,
I think so. Yeah.
but they're both lanky. They're
Yeah.
not
Yeah. I was just gonna say
even normal sized guys, and you're just going, oh, you're going to get killed. And he doesn't. He needs to go. To me, Trubisky needs to go to a baseball team and say, teach me how to slide.
Yep.
Because he kind of jump slides.
Yeah.
And that's how you can land on your knee
Yep.
wrong. You can come
Yep.
up wrong, all
Yep.
kinds of stuff. I was like, because I didn't think he's bad. I mean, they've invested in him. He's the
Yeah.
number one guy. It's not like they had anybody else. It's not like
He had
it's
a
the Kansas
few.
City.
I even have this note. I said he had a few good plays, but not enough as the number 3 overall.
He does have an arm.
Oh yes.
And I think as the time, because he didn't have, who was it, Robinson? Is that the guy on there?
No, he played.
Last year he was on their team last
Oh
year?
no, he's new this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of their offense is new. So you're
Yeah.
going, okay, this is only their second game
Yeah.
where they played as a unit.
Yeah.
I just think
So
going into the season, I
they
would have
need
said,
to show some improvement throughout the year.
well, I think they will
I
improve.
think yeah.
But at this point, are you there to watch their offense,
No.
or do you watch the
No,
defense?
you're there to watch the defense.
Yep. And
Yep.
at the beginning of the year, that was not what I wanted to see. I
No.
was going, who's going to beat up on
No.
Chicago's defense?
Speaking of defense, Shaquille Griffin for the Seahawks, 2 interceptions, and both of them were good interceptions. It was like,
Javier Rhodes type.
yeah, exactly. He was trying his hardest to get something going for Seattle.
Yeah.
Speaking of Seattle, they're 0-2. Wilson has been sacked 12 times this season.
Already.
They are on pace to allow 96 sacks this season. Do you know what the record for most sacks?
Well, it's only second. It's only second.
Oh, I know, but do you
I
know
don't
what
get
the
too excited
record?
about stats second game.
Right? Do you know what the record is for most sacks in a single season?
Houston's? Was it the Derek?
Yeah, it was David Carr.
David Carr.
76 times in 2002.
He
And
got
guess
hit
what?
all the time.
He
And that was sacks, not
in 2003. He was sacked 71 times or 68 times. That's third most.
he used to get killed.
Yeah, he would get killed.
He also didn't know how to throw the ball away.
Yeah,
It just
Yeah.
I don't know if you were
this was
watching
something interesting too. Prince Amukamara, he went 41 games without an interception. He got a 49-yard pick six,
Mhm.
and it was a great pick six too. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
he completely jumped the route, and you could tell his teammates were happy for him.
And Brandon Marshall did okay.
Yeah, I think
I
I think
just
he'll
don't
carve
think-
out a little niche for himself there.
I just don't think, you know, you have your A teams
Mhm.
and your B teams and your C teams,
Mhm.
and then you have some. Right now, I'm not really seeing who the D team is.
Mhm.
D and F, the kind of. I just
Steelers.
don't. Well, they're not getting their asses kicked. I just don't see. I see them as a
The Bills.
B. Yes,
Bills
yes.
are,
Oh,
Bills
yes.
are an F minus,
Yes.
minus.
Yeah, I bet Bills might go 0-16. Which
Gosh. Has that ever happened to different teams in back-to-back years go 0-16?
I don't believe so. It's so hard to go.
Good job, Bills. You got some history. Bills Mafia.
They're just a B. Seattle's a B team.
Yeah.
They're just a
Yeah.
B team. You
Yeah.
go, if they play the Rams, do you think they're going to win? I go, no. If they play the Cardinals, are they going to win? I go, yeah,
Maybe.
they'll probably win. The Niners, yeah, they'll probably. They're not.
Actually-
You're not going.
Actually, I'm gonna change that, amend that statement. Do you know how many points Cardinals have scored all season long?
Have they scored points?
6 points.
Well, they got to go with the Rosen now. They
have to. They
What's the
have
point?
to.
What's the point?
You're already down 0-2.
In a division where the Rams are 2-0
Mhm.
and not seeming to slow down, which this upcome next week,
Next week.
Thursday night.
No, I thought it was Monday. No, it is Thursday.
Thursday
It's
night.
all.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for
Minnesota
that game.
at the Rams.
I'm so excited for that game. So Khalil Mack had this little
He's
fancy
a monster.
list here. These are his stats One person's stats compared to the entire Raiders defense. Through 2 games, the Raiders have 2 sacks. So does Khalil Mack.
Okay, now to be fair,
Mhm.
who has a better offensive line? The Rams or the Packers?
Say the Rams.
I would say the Rams too. Who has a better offensive line? The Rams or Seattle?
That's not even a question.
Okay, yes, the Rams, right? Now, who has a better line? The Broncos or the Packers?
I actually think I would go Packers.
Okay, Broncos in Seattle.
Broncos.
Okay, Raiders have played the 2 teams.
Yeah,
that have a better offensive line.
I know.
And it's only 2 games.
Oh, I know.
If this is week 16,
I just found this
and Khalil
hilarious.
Mack has more stuff
Right.
than this,
I just found
he's
this.
got to be the world's greatest. He's going in the Hall of Fame next year.
I just found this hilarious. He has more forced fumbles than the Raiders. He has 2. They have 1. He
Didn't he have
has
all that in
1
one
fumble
play?
recovery. They have 0. They both have 1 interception. He has 1 touchdown. The Raiders defense has 0 touchdowns. He has 1 win. They have 0 wins.
And they should have beat
And then
Green
you
Bay.
got John Gruden in a press conference yesterday saying how we just need to get some help with pass rush. Guess what, John? You had help.
Yeah, but they couldn't have made it.
No, they couldn't have. Yeah, honestly, the primetime games this week, for the most part, were enjoyable. I enjoyed watching them.
Oh, I'm
Um,
like, this is the first time in years where you're looking at Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night. You're going, I'm going to watch all. I would watch them anyway. Bengals, Baltimore, I probably wouldn't watch.
Monday
on
night,
the-
I might have to start doing it on mute, though.
Oh.
Jason Witten, I was getting.
Oh, I like that. He sounds.
Oh, no, I
It's
like him too.
Is that the one with the, what's her name?
No, she was just doing the first week because
Okay.
they had 2 Monday night games.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, those are 3. Those are week 2.
I want to see Whitney and
Reviews.
Romo in there.
Oh man, that'd be fun. The problem is they're both color commentators.
Yeah, I know.
So real fast, we'll give you
Wait
our
a minute.
picks
How are they color coding time?
because Jim Nance is the play-by-play,
Gotcha.
and I
Okay.
can't think of the other the guy for ESPN.
Yeah.
So as you can see on our super expensive.
Actually, unless it's backwards
Backboard.
like it shows here.
Oh, it probably is.
No, it's probably not because I'm actually sitting on the other. Oh, actually,
It is backwards.
We'll see. We might have to write it all backwards.
Right.
Well,
All right,
anyways,
so
new technical difficulties. This should be an outtake.
right after week 2, I am 1-3. He is 2-2. Yeah. So I was happy to see the Bears win, even though I picked Seattle. Yay me. This week, so we have here. Pull back. We have a
Shameless plug.
shameless plug. Yeah, we have we have for the Thursday night. It's
Bandwagon.
Jets at Cleveland. Sunday night it is New England at Tampa Bay.
No, New England and Detroit.
At Detroit. Did I say Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Sorry. New England at Detroit. And then it's Steelers at Tampa Bay on Monday night. Fitz magic. See if you can keep that going.
Man, I tell you, that whole they are shootouts. Both of those.
They are.
Both of those games, I would put as 2 of the best games of the season.
Yeah.
The first one when they played New Orleans, that was you go, okay, well they can't keep up this pace. They can't keep this pace up. They can't keep this pace up.
Yeah. So
I want them to actually just for them to play Kansas City, so there could actually be 10 touchdowns in one game.
do they play them this year?
No.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
They play in the AFC North.
There's my new Super Bowl pick. I want Kansas City versus Tampa Bay. Fitzmagic versus Mahomes.
What are the odds of that Super Bowl?
Non-existent.
It's probably better now than it was.
Yeah, right. So yeah, we have the same picks for all 3 games. We both think Cleveland's going to get the win tonight. Fun fact: I'm kind of hesitant about that now, as apparently the Browns are putting GoPros in local bars in anticipation of winning tonight. That just reeks of karma coming and biting them. New England, especially now that they got Josh Gordon, even if he doesn't catch a pass, even if he's just out there, you have to cover him. So I think Matty P is going to get a little bit of a rude awakening.
Oh, I don't think their defense has done that bad. The offense has done awful.
Yeah.
Detroit's offense.
Yeah. And then we both have Tampa beating the Steelers.
I haven't beaten the Steelers to actually think they're going to beat the Steelers. You haven't beaten the Steelers because you hate the Steelers.
I do.
Very different motivations.
I'm laughing at all the dumpster fire going on over there right now. Yeah, Brown saying trade me.
What?
Twitter. Oh, did you not hear about that? Okay, so
Antonio Brown is saying trade.
So in case people haven't heard about this story,
I haven't.
The Pittsburgh Steelers' former vice president of public relations went on Twitter and just started ripping Brown, saying, "Oh, Ben's made him."
Okay,
blah blah blah.
Hold on. He's in the front office right now.
No, he used to be. He used to be the vice president of public relations.
Okay, so he's not connected.
He's not connected to the team anymore. He went on and started ripping Brown, saying how Ben made him the receiver he is, and he'd be nothing without Ben. And Brown retweeted it with the caption, "Trade me, then we'll see." And that was followed up by him not being at practice that day.
Oh, well, that could be coincidental.
Which I think Tomlin said it was. But, I mean, you've just got so much going on with him right now. You got and everyone's, it's just Antonio Brown being Antonio Brown. It's just Le'Veon being Le'Veon.
Social media, man.
Your two star offensive skill players are both not bought in right now. You're 0-1-1.
No, you're 0-1-1.
Yeah.
But you don't think Antonio Brown's going to show up? You think he's not going to play?
You never know.
He missed a practice.
You never know.
Sure, we know that. You just like
you
it
don't
it's a dumpster fire in Pittsburgh. That's why you're going, yay!
Yes,
he missed a Monday. If he hadn't tweeted anything, no one would care. No one would be saying anything. Actually, they would be saying something because it's Pittsburgh. They'd be going, we saw him out eating hot dogs, and that means that.
I don't think he was there yesterday either.
But is he not there because of a personal reason? He's not there because of injury? Because here's the thing with these injuries. No one ever wants to say anything. I'll use your coach. Gronkowski could have his leg removed on a play, and Belichick would go,
we don't know anything yet.
Yeah.
We'll wait for the doctors to say.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
See.
I just don't. And it's week 2. I think the fact that they had the tie with Cleveland is, if they had beat Cleveland and lost to Kansas City, I don't think there would be that much of a problem right now. But they they didn't quote tie. They did tie. And they should have lost that game because Cleveland's kicker stinks. New Orleans should have lost to Cleveland. They're dead time.
Oh, so apparently Tomlin is going to punish him.
What is that?
Oh, so apparently Antonio Brown just had a press conference. Says he's not happy about losing, says stats don't mean as much to him without winning. He says he's a team leader and won't discuss the nature of his talk with Coach Tomlin. He missed Monday's team meeting for personal reasons. He doesn't want to be traded. Shouldn't have said that tweet. He accepts Tomlin disciplining, even though he missed Monday for personal reasons, and said he did tell Tomlin he'd be absent.
Yeah, I don't think it's all these guys when they get on social media, they just fire back. They don't think anything through.
Oh yeah, no,
I'd have that in if I'm a team right now, I would have that in your contract. No social media during the season. I'd actually have no social media while you're on our team. But
yeah. Well, but see, that's the thing, because like you got guys like Brady and Gronk, and I'm just saying Patriot guys, but Brandon Cooks too, that they sell their brand through social media and stuff.
Yeah, but Gronkowski's not getting in arguments with people on social media.
No.
It might be because he doesn't know how to spell words, but
Gronk good.
I don't know. He might be.
People say he looks, he acts like he's a 12-year-old. They said, but he's one of the smartest guys they've ever met.
Yeah, I don't
Said
believe
especially
that.
he said
I'm not going to go so far as to say he's a doofus. I'm also going to go as far as to say,
one guy said he's one of the smartest football players he's ever met.
What does
like,
that even mean?
Like when it comes to football, he knows
the front end of the football and the back end of the football. What is it?
Well, Edelman even says, everyone calls him a goofball. I said, but we'll be sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden go, let's do 30 push-ups just to get jacked. He says, like,
yeah,
wrong.
In regular society, that's crazy. People.
Right. So some quick thoughts around the league. A lot of fans are getting upset about that's cute. Fans are mad about the tackling with the body weight rule and saying how it's ruining the game.
Well,
it is. I get the point behind it, and you can thank Aaron Rodgers for this. They changed that rule because of what happened to him last year. Because when he was tackled, Anthony Barr put all his weight on him.
Yeah.
It was just like the ACL tear for Brady and for Carson Palmer. You can't tackle quarterbacks low anymore.
Well, I don't think you should be tackling them low. It's like chop blocks. You're not supposed to do chop blocks because you can.
If it's your first move,
get out of there.
You can.
I
can't engage and then go for the knee.
Run and drop.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is those big guys, they can't jump over people. It's like tackle them up high.
Yeah.
Or block them up high. At this point, I'm going, okay, don't tackle them low. That's career-ending stuff.
Yeah.
Rodgers broke his collarbone. That's not career-ending injury. You can get your knee blown out, and you might never do that again. Nobody goes, I broke my collarbone. I just can't come back.
Yeah.
It's like you're out for a certain amount of time. That's the extent of what's going on. I think they're getting really – They're trying to take
the hit out of the violent sport.
Well, they're trying to control it too much. And the thing is there's no – it's like I've said before with baseball. I can turn a radio on, listen to a guy hit a home run, listen to a guy scoop the ball up, whatever, 4-3-2 double play, whatever you want to call it. I can visualize that. Somebody says, oh, look at the hit. I got like 20, 25 views going on in my head. Or how he caught that touchdown pass. I got 20, 25. Somebody says, one-handed catch. Okay, I got 8, 9.
Okay, was it a one-handed catch down here?
Yes.
Was it a leaping up here?
Yes.
Was it Odell?
So that's more of a – you've got to watch that to see that.
Yeah.
And with these hits, I'm going, if you take too much out of it, it's going to be like a baseball.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to tell me, oh, he tackled the guy, and I've only seen 4 different ways you can tackle him, so I can visualize that in my head that this is this kind of a tackle.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I don't want to say they're doing a disservice to the game, but they're trying to control the violence.
Yeah.
And I'm going, especially when someone comes flying in and the quarterback's just sitting there. Because that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
That guy's going to get sacks. It's a category.
Yep.
It is a category.
Yep.
If you don't want that to happen, don't have sacks.
Michael Strahan is in the Hall of Fame for his sack numbers.
Yes.
I hate the Giants. I respect the crap out of Michael Strahan. I was so happy that he made it first ballot Hall of Fame because obviously I didn't enjoy watching him sack Brady. But I loved you were watching a master class in pass rush.
All 3 of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That line was
Human tuck in him.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know what?
You can't have that stat. That be something that is a statistic that is promoted, and then go, but you can't.
Yeah, you can't hit him that hard.
It's like, okay, so what do you want?
Yeah.
You want a maximum stat, a sacks in a year, because you're not going to get 22, 24. No. Which is what you need to break a record.
With this rule now, Strahan's record, single season sack record, will never be broken.
No, somebody's going to have like 7 in one game.
Yeah.
To be able to do it. If they continue on.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have to pull it back a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Josh Gordon traded to New England for a 5th. And if he plays more than 10 games, the Browns send a 7th to New England. Interesting thing for me, this is pointed out, I think it was either Jeff Howe or Mike Reese on Twitter. 2 great guys. They're Pats beat writers, but they're They're the two I go to get my news. They wanted
They're
to.
the two you go to.
They are, seriously. I will check with them before I report something. They wanted to trade him to an NFC team. They traded him to New England for a 5th. That means no one in the NFC was willing to trade higher than that for him. They wanted him out of the AFC.
What do you think is the motivation for him?
Who knows? Maybe it was they thought the market for him would be bigger. Maybe, for them to have said yeah to a 5th, that tells me that no one was offering even a 6.
He's a head case.
Yeah. That tells me that they probably only got
What it was a conditional
7th round pick.
What was a conditional 5th round pick, wasn't it? Like if he didn't pass the physical and didn't do something, they don't even give it the 5th.
Yeah, I can't remember what exactly it was. I'm excited.
That's failing up.
Like,
I'm getting kicked off my crappy team.
They even said that this was not, there wasn't a looming suspension. This wasn't what it was. Was he hurt his hamstring at a promotional shoot? Because he'd been fine at practice on Friday and walks in on Saturday and goes to the trainer and says, "Hey, my hamstring's really sore." Like, what's going on? And at that point, I think Dorsey just decided, you know what? We're washing our hands of you. We've given, he's had so many chances there.
Yeah. But I was going to say, if you hurt your hamstring doing whatever you're doing, I don't care if it's a pickup basketball.
Yeah.
You don't get rid of a guy because of that.
Exactly.
That's the 1,000th cut from Death from 1,000.
Yeah. But no, for me, you've had some national writers. Oh, this is a stupid, risky move by New England. No, it's not. They sent a 5th round pick in exchange for a guy who, when he is on the field playing, is one of the best receivers in the game.
You have to cover him.
Yeah, you have to. To me, it's I don't know. I love Brandon Cooks. I always will. Played at OSU. I was so happy when he came to New England. He can do what Brandon Cooks couldn't do. He can not only outrace the guy, he can outbody the corner covering him. Well, so now, because this is what Jacksonville did. They just sat 2 guys on Gronk whole game.
Yeah.
Now they can't double Gronk because if they focus the attention on Gronk when Gordon's there, guess what? Gordon's running down.
That is correct. But you're still going to double Gronkowski.
Oh yeah,
because it's Gronkowski. You can go. We can maybe man. You probably get beat.
Yeah,
but you can man.
Yeah.
Gordon.
Yeah.
And you don't know if Gordon's going to get in a fist fight out there and get kicked out of the game.
Right.
No, I'm serious.
No, I know.
Don't know what
he's never had on-field altercations like that. It's all his question marks.
With Pittsburgh, he started taking a swing at the guy. He shoved the guy right there.
Oh,
you're going flag him.
Yeah.
You're going, okay.
Yeah.
And I understand that stuff. And he is a big guy. You're going to have to cover him.
Yeah.
But I don't think for a second that Brady's going to get a connection with him like he did with Cooks.
No, but
especially once Edelman comes back.
Once Edelman, honestly, that I think they got him just because when Edelman gets back, that's going to open up the middle of the field for Edelman and Gronk. I honestly think that's what it's going to be.
Oh, well, you got to cover him.
Yeah.
You got to cover him.
Yeah. It's been coming out more and more that the Lions players are getting fed up with Patricia, trying to he's trying to
backwards hat and a pencil
because he's trying to come in and make them do things his way. This is something like one thing that said I don't like that he's making us run laps.
So we're talking about the Lions now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like that he's making us run laps when we make mistakes. Well, guess what? He says, we're professionals. Mm-hmm. Guess what I would remember seeing a lot in New England during training camp, during practices. Offense jumps off sides. Guess what? Whole offense, coaches included, you're running a lap. Defense, neutral zone infraction. Or there was one of the guys actually accidentally hit Brady. Because Brady had the red non-contact jersey in. Guy came in, started rapping, like, oh, I'm so sorry. Guess what? Whole defense, coaches included, hit the hills. The thing is, for so long, Caldwell would let things slide.
Caldwell was 8-8 and 9-7.
Mm-hmm. He let things slide. Now Patricia's coming in. He knows what it took in New England to win. He's trying to emulate that. And players are resisting.
That's how you view it.
That's how I view it. Yeah. As he's coming. So their GM is Bob Quinn. The Lions GM is Bob Quinn. He used to be the head of college scouting in New England. And he was one of the player personnel guys. So him and Patricia work pretty closely. And that was the whole reason. That's
I
why
think the
everyone thought he
dilemma
was
that
going
any
there.
coach that comes from New England goes, they're trying to put together the New England Patriots football team. How many years has Belichick had to put that team together?
Yep.
His system.
Yeah.
Not 1 year.
Yeah.
10?
Yeah.
12?
Yeah.
15? Oh,
Yeah.
no, wait. 18
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
to put together the Patriots way. You can't go, as a coach, go into any of these teams, we're going to put it together this way. We don't have Tom Brady.
No.
We don't have these different – we don't have you.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I think it's
there's
kind of
people
an uphill
already
battle to go. We're going to turn you now into the New England Patriots.
There's people, there's already odds on him being fired by week 8 or whatever. I don't think Bob Quinn's going to do that. Bob Quinn hitched his wagon to Matt Patricia.
Wait a minute. Is the same guy there that was there when Matt Millen was there? The same owner? Is it the same
Martha
owner?
Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a couple years. And to me, the fact that they all stood by him when
What's his first year, too? And
when
now
those
we're 0-2.
accusations came out, or
They're
what,
not
you remember that in the
2-10.
offseason, like shortly after they hired him, someone came out and accused him of doing something.
Oh,
when
yeah,
he was
yeah,
an RPI or whatever. And they basically were like, yeah, that was 20 years ago. He actually told us about this in his interview. The fact that they stood by him despite all the media scrutiny they took tells me they're in this for the long haul with him.
And the media is ridiculous.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what they
Oh,
need
yeah.
to do.
I agree. But yeah, so that was our week 2 review, week 3 preview.
So, going back to the Detroit New England game.
Mhm.
He's the defensive. He was last year, the year before,
Mhm.
and 2 years before that,
Yeah.
right? He was the defensive
20
coordinator.
from 2012 to 2017, he was our defensive coordinator.
Okay, defensive coordinator.
He was that a few years before, just didn't have the title.
Is Detroit going to be able to take advantage of that?
No.
Then I would say he's not that good of a coach.
I say that just because I think Bill has only lost to one former coordinator his first game against him. That was Josh McDaniels in Denver, our own little personal house of horrors over there. He's beat O'Brien. He beat
Oh, they were offensive. Did he ever play Romeo Cornell?
beat them.
Oh, with the Browns. Yeah.
and with the Chiefs.
Cornell was with the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beat him there both times. No, for me it's I think this will be closer than people think it's going to be.
Okay, so if New England wins,
Mhm.
that's why I have it.
Yeah, that's why I have to.
And Detroit starts 0-3. And they are then the only 0-3 team in that division at that point in time.
Mhm.
What do they got to do?
Honestly, I think part of it is he needs to get the players to start buying into his philosophy.
But what's his philosophy? You run laps if you. I don't know what his philosophy is.
Accountability. They've been able to get away with so much for so long.
But what they have never been able to close. That's the
Yeah.
thing. They haven't been able to.
Which they were driving against San Francisco, and then it was a little bit of a tit-tat holding call.
Yeah, but one play. That's not
No.
They should have been up 14 points.
Exactly. I am a proponent of the one play does not determine the outcome of a game. It can sway an outcome, but it is not the single deciding factor in the game.
Unless it's literally the last play of the game.
Yes.
Otherwise, you
Yeah.
can bounce back.
Yeah.
I think Detroit is a mediocre team.
Mhm.
They've, in my opinion, I love Matthew Stafford. I think he's a good quarterback. They massively overpaid for him.
Yes.
Massively
Yes.
overpaid. And
Because for
when
so
they
many
got
years,
rid of Sue,
he had Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, well, he did. I mean, he's done fine last year.
Yeah. Hey,
But I just
Golden
go-
Tate is doing great.
I just
for him.
go-
So is Marvin Jones.
That's. I expect if you're going to be paying that guy that kind of money, you're going to be in a championship game.
Yep.
At least a championship game.
What is it? The top 4 paid quarterbacks, only one has even won a postseason game. That's Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Matt Ryan was on the top guys too. I don't know if he still is.
No.
After-
I think the top 4 now are
Cousins,
Garoppolo, or no, it's Rodgers, Garoppolo, Carr, and Stafford, I believe,
Cousins made more.
and Cousins too. So right there, 3 of them have never won. I mean, because it started and won a postseason game. Because obviously Jimmy's won a lot of postseason games.
No, he's been on teams that's been won.
Never
He hasn't
never
won.
played.
Yeah. But I don't think in that division they have what it takes to beat any of those 3 teams. Even Chicago
Yeah.
right now. I mean, I've watched Chicago play 2 games. I watched Detroit play 1 game. I didn't watch the last week's game. And I'm going, they're not as good. They are just not as good as Chicago is right now. Either Chicago is playing higher than they will for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But I just go, there is no chance that Detroit, playing how they're playing, is going to end up beating Minnesota, beating Green Bay, and beating Chicago to take that division.
Yeah.
I know you have them as taking that division.
Who?
You have Detroit taking that.
No, I have Vikings taking the
Vikings.
division.
You have them as a number 2.
I have Packers and I have them and the Packers tied.
I don't know how. I don't know how they do that, because right now, what is their identity? Chicago, at first, the first of the season, you're going, they're going to have enough. That's their offense is going to be there. Now it's their defense.
Defense just
But
getting,
it flipped like a switch.
Yeah.
What is? I would think that it would be Stafford and his guys for Detroit, but I don't know if that's it. Stafford's made a ton of mistakes.
Yeah.
That's the team. That's the one team in that division. You go,
I think
I
for
don't
them,
know what
they're
they are.
still trying to find their identity.
Well, new coach.
Yeah.
Who supposedly is going to bring in a mentality.
A tough mentality.
Well, I don't even know if it's tough. A winning mentality. And I don't see it translating to anything.
No.
If anything, and it might be like he's going to write down, because I know that's what Gase did in Miami. These guys don't fit in my system. I don't care how much we paid them. They got to get out of here. They don't fit in my system.
Yeah.
But what is Patricia's system? No, seriously, what is his system?
Well, I know in New England it was bend don't break. It was I don't care if we give up 1,000 yards, if we hold them to 20 points, good.
But on the other side of the ball,
you had
arguably the greatest quarterback
of all time.
Yes, he does not have that.
No.
He does not have that in Detroit.
And honestly, I think that's why every new coach that leaves New England to take a head coaching job has struggled, because they know what they need to do, but they're so used to, especially the defensive guys, they're so used to having Tom Brady on the other side that they don't have to worry about the offense as much. I can just get my defense, as long as we hold them to under 24 points a game. Well, guess what?
Well, and the only team that they had that ever did that was the one that went 17-0. That was the team that they didn't bend. You didn't get to the 30-yard line. But Patricia wasn't there for that.
Actually, I believe he was in 07. I believe he was an assistant coach.
Okay, but he wasn't.
He wasn't the defensive coordinator. He had the linebackers room, actually, I believe. I believe he was the linebackers coach.
Okay, so he had the cushiest job ever.
Right? Yeah, okay, all right.
What do you want us to do?
Junior, Teddy, Vrabel, Willie. Come on, let's get this going.
Yeah.
You and I could coach that room.
I'll go get some donuts and coffee.
You guys just study the film, come up with a game plan.
Exactly. I just don't know how. I understand the team that's been, because they have been mediocre for so long.
Yep.
There was that one year they went to the playoffs against Dallas, and they should have beat that. I mean, there were some crappy calls. That being said, talk about a team that can't. Last year was the year that they could have done something.
Yep.
No Aaron Rodgers. The Bears looked horrible, and did they take second? I think they took third in their division.
Yeah, I think they took third.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I don't know how, because that division is so much better now.
Yeah.
And you knew Minnesota was going to be a powerhouse. I mean, you just knew they
They
didn't lose anybody.
No.
And you go, okay, Aaron Rodgers is back. They're going to be competitive. The bare minimum, they're going to be competitive. You got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Now Chicago, you actually have to deal with Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't see him. I can see him at the bottom of the barrel though. I think if they start 0-3, that is a huge come out because they actually got to win 4 games because they tied.
Yeah.
Minnesota and Green Bay tied. So you got to win more games because your losses will go against you as opposed to the wins. You're not going to get as many wins. Even if you get as many wins as they do, they have less losses than you. It's like so hard, those ties or to offset, especially once you're behind them.
Yeah.
And I'm going 0-3. I have them. You have them. We both have them going 0-3. And I'm like, if they go 0-3. Now, if they beat New England, and the offense, they beat New England. New England is now in the hole.
Yeah.
Which is, well, I know you. That's horrible. Well, they're never 1-2. Once in a great while, they've got a losing record.
Yeah, usually it's 2-2.
Yeah. Or 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. One loss. Yeah. But I think it's gonna smack them around.
I certainly hope so.
The one game that I'm actually the most excited to watch is Tampa Bay Pittsburgh.
Me too.
Because I'm thinking that could be 75 points.
All by Tampa.
Oh no! They're not shutting anybody out by any stretch of the imagination.
No, they'll win 75.
Okay, here's
10.
the Pittsburgh. I think it'll be a shootout.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think this is one of those. Or you know what's gonna happen? It's a shootout. It's gonna be 13-10. I hate that when that happens. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, they're gonna do all this stuff, and
hey, everyone's kicking field goal.
They're in Tampa.
Yeah.
The other thing this last week it was 103 degrees. Philadelphia guys, they were glistening. The Tampa guys weren't glistening. They were the Pittsburgh the Philadelphia guys. They were like sweating their brains out. I'm going, that has something to do with it.
Oh yeah, it was 100 degrees in Jacksonville.
It was 100. Well, I think they said it was 103 in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I was like,
all right.
Oh my gosh! And Pittsburgh coming. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. They beat Pittsburgh. Let's say they beat Pittsburgh. And I remember you and I talking over the summer going, they're going to be 0-3 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And a hefty 0-3.
Yeah. Oops.
No. Does Winston see the field this year?
No.
Okay, I agree with you. Now I'm looking. Now I'm a Tampa Bay fan. Let's say, all right, we're winning this year. Is Fitzpatrick going to be is he the guy of the future? He's like 47 years old.
Right.
No, seriously, what did they do? Did they keep him in there and draft somebody, get rid of Winston? What did they do?
I think they have to do that. They have to ride the hot hand, and even if the issue with that then is if you draft someone, you have to spend your first round pick on him. Here's the problem though. If you keep up like you're doing, you're winning games, you're not going to have the top 5 pick.
No, you're not going to have 15 picks.
Yeah.
What do you trade?
Yeah, you'll have to trade.
Oh, I'm sitting here going.
How willing are they to trade though?
I'm sitting here going, okay, Carolina and Atlanta just played. They just got done playing. I want to say Carolina plays Tampa Bay in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Tampa Bay could be 5 or 6-0 going into their next divisional game.
Yep.
And their divisional rivals are at 500. They could get so far ahead that they're going to have such a problem catching up. And then you've got the end of the year. Remember I was telling you the end of the year New Orleans has Carolina, Carolina.
That great ending for the NFC
Tampa
South.
Bay doesn't have that. I'm just going perfect storm type of a thing where you go, if they could jump out to 6-0, just 6-0, nobody in that division is going to be 5-1. It's awesome for football, but you're going to talk about a flip up on your head. It's like, oh my gosh, how did they? As a football fan, I love that. That's the parody that you just go, okay. And I still like watching Dallas lose, no matter if it's preseason or anything. They're still my top team to watch lose. But Pittsburgh is getting up there with wanting them, enjoying to watch them lose.
Yeah.
Because they're such babies.
Yeah.
And
Whoa. Okay, so sorry, injury update. So CJ Mosley for Baltimore, he was carted off the field.
Okay.
Okay, I mean it was.
Oh yeah. Kind of like what was his name? Center for the
John Halapio or whatever. Yeah.
Broken leg.
So a week after getting carted to the locker room with a knee injury, Ravens middle linebacker CJ Mosley was on the practice field.
That's good.
Yeah, that's very good news. So
It's
good
not
for
gonna
him.
happen to guy from
No, he's done. He's done.
now they're already
He gone.
already on their second string, the second guys. That's what happened to them last year.
The Chargers?
No. That happens to them every year.
happens to them every
Except
year.
this year, they and then they play this weekend. Chargers. I know
Mhm.
we're kind of going off of the numbers. They're playing the Rams.
Yeah.
In actually the stadium of the Rams. I think
Right.
is it the stupid little tiny high school stadium that they're playing in?
But, all right, so that was week 2. So we'll be back sometime next week. I think that Thursday will work again. Just gotta get through some scheduling stuff. So have a great week, guys. Enjoy week 3.